Hello, it's John Heaton, and today I'm going to review this Beatles album, Hey Jude, which came out in 1970 in the US and 1979 in the UK. It's a compilation album, and I don't normally like compilations, but I like this one, and I'll point out why when I get to it. Just before that, I thought I'd show you a couple of items I picked up in the Budapest flea market. Unfortunately, I don't normally find anything of interest there. It's not like living in the States where you've got vinyl shops all over the place. They hardly exist in this part of the world, unfortunately. But the other day I did find these items. So this is an Indian pressing of Let It Be, which is in a very thick cardboard sleeve and looks so old. It almost looks like a relic from a different age. Could be. Ooh-wee. It's on a slightly murky green apple, and it's not in great shape if we're honest. But you know, couldn't resist Indian pressing of Let It Be. This is a Yugoslav pressing of Imagine, with a slightly different cover, because this is kind of tainted blue and the original is tainted green. And what I like about this one is the actual label is on the green apple, as opposed to John's face being on it. And you can see the half of the green apple on the B side. So that's, I don't know how rare it is, but I don't recall seeing the Imagine album on the green apple. I've seen the Ram album on the green apple, I've seen the McCartney album on the green apple, I've seen Material World on the green apple, Walls and Bridges, but I've never seen Imagine. Plastic Band was on the white apple, of course. So, I don't know, leave a comment if you don't think it's that rare, but I was pretty happy to have this, to be honest. I also picked up, I don't have it with me, but it was a German pressing of this album, Something New, Something New. And the interesting thing about the German pressing, it wasn't an original, it was an 80s reissue, is the version of And I Love Her has the guitar bit at the end repeated 6 times instead of 4. And I played it, and even this 80s version had that as well, so that's nice. So this is it, the German Something New with a different back cover to the US version. So And I Love Her is pretty rare. But in general, this album is horrible because it just... I mean, half the tracks have been on the previous album, Hard Day's Night, and they just repeat half of them. So, you know, but worth picking up. It wasn't expensive either. I am going to now review this album. And I have to say, in general, US albums, for years and years, kind of annoyed me, and I didn't really go near them because they always mucked around with the order of the tracks. They always cut them short to 12 songs instead of 14. And the worst example, I think, was Yesterday and Today, where they mixed material from Help, Rubber Soul and Revolver. It was all over the place. This album makes a lot more sense because there's 10 tracks, and 8 out of 10 are not available, or were not available at the time, 1970 February, when this was released, were not available on an album. And it's very nice to have the single Hey Jude on an album, the superb B-side Revolution on an album. These are not minor tracks, these are major singles, and to have them buried away on here, which is what a lot of them are, to me is just not good enough. I mean, this is a dreadful cover. I mean, Mark Lewison, don't get me wrong, he did a great job with all of the books he wrote and all of the researching of the recording sessions, but I don't know if he had anything to do with this cover design, or this one. But compilations at their worst in terms of cover. Content it makes sense because they're clearing up all the loose ends, but this album, at least the cover and the back cover, are both iconic pictures from the last Beatles photo session, August 22nd, 1969. at Tittenhurst Park in Ascot. So apart from Hey Jude and Revolution, you also get the great 1966 single Paperback Writer with its B-side Rain, not available previously on an album. Kind of expected that one to be on the Yesterday and Today album in the US, but it wasn't. Ballad of John and Yoko, the superb single which came out in April-May '69 with the B-side Old Brown Shoe, a tour de force song with great bass line from Paul. It's a great song, and Don't Let Me Down, the B-side of Get Back, is also on here. They probably could have put the Get Back single version on here, but I guess they knew that the Get Back song was going to feature on the Let It Be movie, so that's probably why they didn't put it on. So the only curio here is Can't Buy Me Love and I Should Have Known Better, two just basically album tracks from Hard Day's Night, just thrown on here at the beginning, maybe to show a contrast between early Beatles and late Beatles, I don't know. It kind of works from a programming perspective, but from a continuity perspective, strange to have those two songs on here. But on the whole, I'm happy with this. Much better than the other US albums, in my opinion. Nice green apple. And picked up the CD, which is good. I think actually this is probably one of my favourite Beatle pictures of all time. I mean, okay, they don't look too happy because they were just about to split up, but good picture. Okay, that was the Hey Jude album. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like and comment, and see you next time.